We did the opposite of putting it on sale. We raised the prices. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Welcome to the Commonwealth cabin. We're happy to have you with us. And today's I'll tell you what, it's kind of an odd day. Had some good sales for sure. And I did something that's kind of counterintuitive, and it's not the first time I've done it. And I'm wondering if any of you have done it out there. And that's raise prices on a particular item and then see immediate sales. And that's what's happened. I've done it before. I think it's interesting, and I think that it's a strategy that almost nobody employs, but sometimes it's the right thing to do. And I had 4 sales today with an item that I just don't bump the price. Now, it was not an expensive item, and I mentioned it the other day. So if you were watching, you probably get that. But I'm going to tell you about it in a minute, and I'm going to tell you about a couple other cool things that sold. And I just want to thank everybody, take an opportunity to thank everybody. You know, the channel's been growing like crazy. Both channels, actually, but this one especially had like 90 subs yesterday, 80, 100. I mean, just every single day. And so I'm sure there's a few things in here if you're new to the show. Thanks for stopping by that you may not get, especially this guy right here, the Man. And maybe we'll even talk about that for a second today. If the old-time viewers can indulge me for a second and let me talk about it. But we did have some pretty good sales today. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's take a look. I grabbed this down there with Rich, the auctioneer down there in Appomattox. And it seems like everything that's a really good one seem to not be multi-quantity, which is okay. This is $30 plus shipping, and it's not multi-quantity. I think there was another one, but it had some corrosion, and it wasn't in great shape. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to sell this one. But this one right here, little RC battery pack, and this one TC204. This one sold for $30 plus shipping. I wish I had a dozen of them. Speaking of having a dozen of something, I haven't been selling too much Liberty stuff lately, but bought all this stuff for $2 a piece at the Walmart. And there's 4, but it was really $2. I promise you. Along with everything else I bought, I had just a huge cart full. I could barely fit it in my trunk, and we've been selling them off. We are finally in a pure profit on these, and we still have tons to sell. Not this particular size or this style. I think there's some XLs, but no 2XLs. And you know, when COVID hit, a lot of the stockpile of sporting good type stuff for particular teams, they were kind of stuck with a glut of that stuff. And so I grabbed this stuff, $2 a piece. This one sold for $20, free shipping, but it's really light. So we're going to make some good money on this. This is my Uncle Dave buy. So Uncle Dave, if you're out there listening, thanks for giving me the heads up. And I drove right down there and spent a few $100s. And we're going to make probably close to 1,000 or maybe even 13. I think my calculations are about $12.50 if they sold all at full price. So maybe not quite that much. We'll have to eventually put some of them on sale, but we'll make over $1,000 on this deal. Here's a cool jacket, and I'm glad this one finally sold. It took a while. I didn't budge off the price here. Made in the USA. So it's $38.40. Dale Earnhardt, definitely vintage here. Hartwell USA. And on the back, Good Rinse Racing, Winston Cup champion. So it's 80, 86, 87, 90, 91. So it's made obviously after 91. It's a pretty cool one. I like it, and it was bought from, I think, the 100 Mile Yard Sale, but not this last incarnation of it, back a year before that. So this one of the earlier videos. Matter of fact, I have this video, I think, and I can't remember how much I paid. I want to say I paid $15. It sold for $50 plus shipping. So I'm wondering, I have to go back and watch that video. It was, I met my match at this sale or something like that. I'll put it up here. Maybe you can go check it out if you're new to the show, new to the Commonwealth Picker channel as well, the garage sale channel. And this one's cool, $50 plus shipping. So let's say I paid $15, which is what I think I paid. There's $35 built in. So after fees, you're probably looking at close to $30, probably just a little bit under 28 bucks. I remember where I bought this one too. I usually remember where I buy stuff. Do y'all remember where you buy everything and how much you paid for it? I usually do a pretty good job. It is getting a little harder with all the videos and the editing, and my mind's going crazy. Going to school, trying to teach history, doing all that, and then trying to remember this stuff. But I remember where I got this one, and I think I paid $5, and I got a couple of throw-ins as well, I think. And I can't remember the name of the sale for the video, but I can remember the thumbnail, so I might be able to find it. But this one, I debated. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with this one. And I think I thought it was going to sell for a little bit more. It sold for $24 plus shipping, and I think I paid $5 in a bundle. So you know, I don't know if this is really worth it, but this is cool. I've sold this one before, and it lights up, and it's just, it sounds really good, and I'm like, I'm going to grab this one and find it a new home. Or I thought maybe I'd exchange what I had in the back for this one because it's a little smaller, but it doesn't have the cassette player, and I really love the cassette player. So at any rate, this one's not too bad, $24 plus shipping. By the way, it is going to fit in this one for sure. This is what I use for that kind of stuff. I don't mind using a little bit bigger box and making sure it's packed up. This is the number 7 box. I've had a lot of people ask me lately, what's the number 7? This is the number 7 box right here, 12 by 12 by 8. And also that shipping station specs that I had my former ball player make up. He's working on it. It should be here soon, and we'll figure out a delivery method, whether we're selling it or whether we're just going to say, hey, make a donation or something like that. We'll figure that out. And either way, it's not going to be too much money. I got to figure out how much I owe him, though. He hasn't given me the bill yet. Okay, here's the item. There are 4 of these today, so we put them on sale, sold 4. Excuse me, I take it back. We did the opposite of putting it on sale. We raised the prices. It was $6.71, now it's $6.99, and we sold 4. So that's pretty cool. This is, by the way, if you haven't seen me sell these, well, then you're definitely new because I've sold 960 of them. So Twisted Radio Waves, Dr. Demento, Jerry Garcia. And got them at the Goodwill. Paid a penny a piece for them, if you can believe that. So it never hurts to ask. You know, even if you're at the Goodwill and they got a whole ton of stuff and you know it's going to take them forever to sell it, don't be afraid to ask what's the worst they're going to tell you. No, you know, just ask. And they were selling them for 99 cents a piece. I said, hey, how about if I buy a whole box? And the guy's like, hey, at $5, you can have the whole box. I'm like, sweet. And then I found another box. 1,000 of them for $10. Pretty good deal. Anyway, I like that sale. So one of them did go to a viewer. And here's the irony here, and I feel bad. And it says in the message here, I had to grab one of these before the price goes up. LOL. Appreciate the information. Thank you. Thank you. So, Sam, thank you. We do appreciate it. It's Reprise. You didn't ask for this, but I'm going to say it because I feel bad about the 28 cents here. Reprise_reselling. So, Sam, we appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy a little Dr. Demento Twisted Radio Waves. Oh, and I meant to ask, give me your stories out there. Have you raised the price on an item because it was selling and then it sold more? I want to know, and I want to know what the item was. Tell me in the comments. Had a few more really good sales in here. One in particular sold for a bunch of money, and that came from Rich also on our buy we made a couple weekends ago. And I'm really happy, and this was a quantity of 2. So it wasn't a quantity of 1,000 like Twisted Radio Waves or a quantity like the Enaman, and I said I was going to talk about that, so let's talk about it real quick. Forgive me all for the ones who have heard this 8 million times, but there's so many new folks, we're just going to take a minute. Y'all can fast forward. So here we go, and I'll put a video out one day explaining all of it. This is going to be really brief, and I would love to know who the first viewer was who bought this. I should go back and watch those videos. So I've sold these for years and years, little Christmas ones and things, you know, little novelty, pink elephant kind of things. And I've sold them and made pretty decent money, but they take forever to sell. And so I had an opportunity to pick up 200 of these. And I did, and I put it on a video. And somebody thought it was funny, and they're like, oh my gosh, and that thing's going to get things moving out of my store, you know, because that's what enemas do. And they bought it and said that, and then the next person bought it and said it, the next person bought it and said it, and it became a reselling phenomenon, and now you see these all over the place. Bought 2,000 of them, have since bought more, have no idea how to get any more, unfortunately. So we decided, as we were running low, and we were selling them, as we got closer and closer, we were selling 20, sometimes even 30 a day. And I still have these, and those up there, and then that one crate inside. And then I have just a few left that we do auctions for every once in a while and do special things and charity things. Right there, and that's it. And it has been quite the phenomenon, but the fact that we were able to get over 2,000 of these is amazing, and I sure wish we could find more, but we can't. So we made kind of our own little one. Reagan made her own design over here that she drew. We've been selling them off that way. We get things moving, and then of course this design, and it's been a cool little story. So I just thought I'd fill some of the new folks in on that story a little bit. And then now that you've seen it, you'll see them all over the place, you know, all around YouTube and different places like that. So it's just kind of an interesting phenomenon. And the prices just kept going up and up. And now I don't have any left. Well, I have the few out here, but If I were to take all these and list them, they would be gone in, my guess is 48 hours. And I have probably 50, I probably have 150. Crazy how fast they're going. I mean, just, I'd put them on CommonwealthPicker.com store and I put 10 out and they were all gone in a day. And that was not even on eBay. That wasn't people looking for them. That was people searching the store for them. So it's been amazing. Y'all have been great. I hope y'all have one out there. If you don't, you know, we have the stickers and whatnot. But thanks so much. It has become our mascot. Now that so many other people have been watching, we just have to fill them in because I get that question like 3-4 times a day in an email. And then maybe someday I'll make a really long video about it and explain every little bit and how much money we made and where we got them and all that stuff. And then every time somebody asks the question, I'll just attach that video and save myself the time of doing this again. Let's take a look at what else sold. All right, we have one in, I don't know whose this is. Probably Froggy Flips. I got it right. I'm about 50-50 picking the right one here. Airbon or Arbon. I don't know how you pronounce that. $7. Free ship. Nothing amazing. We did sell some pretty good ones out of that lot, but that one wasn't one of them. A little RC Care. I almost didn't grab these from Rich, but I figured out what the heck. There was 2 of them. I'll grab them. It's up here in the Ontario bin. If I can find them. There they are right there. There's just 2 of these little care kits. We just threw them in there. I wish you'd had like 50 of them because then it might be worth it. $4.75 plus shipping. So, you know, you make like $3 on them, which isn't great, but I'm like, what the heck? I knew it would sell. I sure wish I could come across something like this and have like 1,000 of them and sell them for years and years and years. But do what you can do. Now this is really one I wish I had 1,000 of because it sold for $90 plus shipping. And there's 2 of them. I knew they would sell. I put it on the high price because you go to sold listings. And I saw some solds that were like 55, 65, 85, something like that. And then one that was 80, I think 89, maybe it was just 85. I can't remember. And then I went to the listed ones and there were none listed. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go to the high side then. And I put it out there for $90 plus shipping and it sold really quick. So happy with that one. And it is a pretty cool little clock, weather alert clock. Perfect time to sell it. You know, a lot of people worried about different things and the weather's been bad and it's the kind of thing that's an easy seller this time of year and in the current situations we find ourselves in sometimes. Turner has a homeschool hustler store sale. Let us see what that thing is, buddy. Show it to us.
Garfield pencil thing.
It's a Garfield pencil thing. So it's a pencil topper right there. Mm-hmm. Yep, and hold that for me. And so it goes on top of a pencil. So we had one of these. I had bought one. I had given it to Blue Ridge Mama. And I think I had got another one, and then a viewer sent you one, so we had a few of these. And I think a viewer sent it to you. Somebody sent one, and so we decided to sell one. And that sold for $8.99, buddy. 1981, best year ever. Just enough money for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
That's right. And you know what? I forgot something here. You're going to have to come over with me for a minute. And I forgot to put it up here. It's from a viewer. It's from Sean. He says, thank you for making wonderful and informative videos.
Cool.
He says he's going to add it to his collection.
Cool. Pretty
good. And it's HYGGE_treasures. So thanks so much. We appreciate it. I'm sure that means something. I'm not smart enough to figure it out, am I?
Yeah. Done.
Thanks.
Done.
Hey, I have something that I haven't sold in a while that doesn't sell very often, and I don't pick it up anymore. Well, not anymore, but it's a stadium giveaway. I find this stuff all the time down in Lynchburg when I'm down there. So, you know, just a football game day shirt. So for $9, I probably either got it free or a quarter or 50 cents. Make a few bucks on it, but they're hard sellers now that people watch me sell them. So I don't pick these up anymore. This particular kind, if it's got like a Sparky Bird on it or if it's Nike, I'll pick it up for sure. Hey, I didn't realize it out there, but we sold 2 of these. Not just one, but we sold 2 of them for $90 a piece plus shipping. So those were the best 2 items in the whole lot that we bought. And we spent quite a bit of money down there. So to have 2 really nice sales takes a chunk out of how much we paid. A lot of the other stuff's going to be a little cheaper, but we'll make our money back a little bit by little bit by little bit. And these 2 went a long way towards doing that for us. Had a viewer buy one of these. I always hesitate to put these things up. I'm like, I don't know, what kind of, you know, are they reading this here? Are they going to cancel me? You know, what used to be okay sometimes isn't okay anymore. A little harmless picture like this, maybe not as harmless as it used to be. I shouldn't say that stuff. Anyway, that's a great old picture, and I think that in these times, like I said earlier, you know, a visit to the doctor and getting a shot, that's kind of an interesting one in today's day and age for sure, and a few people want to have it. I don't know that that's the case here for the viewer, but it might be. There might be some nostalgic reasons for it as well, and I love all those old Rockwell paintings, and I'm glad I picked them up. We don't make much money, but I just like having them around. I put one of them out there in the shed. If you've noticed where I put it, maybe you can tell me in the comments and play a little Where's Waldo out there. Let me read this. Hey, this one is from Brian. Took me a while, I gotta be honest, Brian. It took me a while to figure out. I'm like, biggie, like, you know, I'm like, what's going on? And then I figured it out. It's actually 3 words. Big Geek Flips. And it's Big Geek Man for the username. So anyway, Brian, thank you. And he says, longtime viewer of the channel, just wanted to support the channel and say thanks to your lovely family. He's gotten back into eBay after taking some time off. So Brian, thank you. We do appreciate it. We appreciate all of you out there. Thank you for the support that you give us, you give me and my family. It is very appreciated. And just thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Hey, y'all, Reagan's in her PJs today already.
Yeah.
But she said she didn't want to miss saying thanks to some folks, so she came down anyways, even though I told you I'd do it on my own today. But that was very nice of you. And so we're thanking 2 people. We're thanking Mike.
And Adam.
And Adam. Very good. That's pretty good. Did you know that that's your uncle's name, Mike? And did you know that my name was almost Adam?
Oh.
Yeah, my mom wanted to name me Adam.
I like
And
Adam.
my grandmother said, no, I hate that name. And so she caved in, I guess. That's the story I hear anyways.
I like Kevin better.
Well, thank you. I like that. That's Mr. Kevin to you. Hey, we got, let's see, I can't even remember what they bought here. Mike bought...
Mike got a sticker, I think.
Mike got a Commonwealth... Oh, no, he didn't. He got a We Get Things Moving sticker. He said, Commonwealth Flipper is my favorite reselling channel. Keep up the history. And he's the one who gave us that Auburn tag back there. You can see it right there. Right there. That's nice. And then one more, Adam. Adam bought a gray shirt, Commonwealth Flipper sticker, and a We Get Things Moving sticker. So thanks, Reagan.
Bye, and don't forget to get your stickers at CommonwealthPicker.com.